Hello everyone, welcome back. The weather's got a little bit milder, so what we thought we'd do is get outside and have a tidy up. The problem is it gets a bit untidy in the winter, all the fallen leaves and branches and this sort of thing. There's quite a few branches and things that we never got around to chipping in time for the winter. And of course the weather got cold, so you tend to hibernate, and then Christmas and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to take a day or so and have a tidy up out here. So this lot needs all chipping, and then that will be distributed around the various beds to try and keep the weeds down. And there's some bigger stuff there to split into logs for next year, maybe the year after. So yeah, it's a bit of a tidy up for a little while. Well, most of that was the creeper that fell down. Most of it fell down over there, a little bit fell down here. So it's just been sitting here for a few weeks. So glad I've got rid of that. So this is the last of it. It's not worth shredding. It's all a bit wispy. So I'm going to get it over to the compost heap. Okay, that's looking a lot neater, but I now have another tidy up job to do. And again, it's been lying around here for quite some time. Yeah, and it concerns all these tiles. If you remember, was it the summer, last summer, or the autumn? I can't remember when I did it now, but I got all these tiles off the top of the actual bread oven dome. And of course I plonked them down here because it was the easiest thing to do. But they've sat here ever since. So yeah, now I didn't want to put them in the big open barn because I'm trying to clear that. The other two barns have got enough junk in. We want to clear these as well, so it was a question of, well, I'll put them there and then think about it. Well, I've had all winter to think about it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the end unit, which is where I've already got a stash of tiles, so it makes sense to put them in there. One day I'll move them out of there, but they're a bit of an eyesore, they're in the way. But in the meantime, I've got another job to do. It's getting on a bit, and Susie's going to light the fire in a minute, but we're getting a bit short of firewood, so I'm going to go into the barn and split some wood. I think you've seen all that before. As much as you like the log splitting, and you do, because you always comment on it, it's a bit of fun. I think you've seen enough of that, so I'm going to quickly go in there for about half an hour, get some wood cut, and then clear this lot. Couldn't resist it.
I don't know about you, but I find these cold grey winter days hard going. So I thought I'd bring a bit of spring onto the table here while Rolls is clearing up the tiles outside. So I've got my big glass jar, and this piece, this isn't real wood, and I'm going to put this dry moss in here. And then place the candles in here. I put the moss in first because I get all the moss inside the candles otherwise. Helps if you get them up the right way. It's a bit messy, this moss. And then I've got my chicken lights I got from Action, a cheapy shop over here. Excuse the pun. So these are little chicks. And I'm getting my chickens. And I've got these little chicks I bought in a charity shop in the UK. I think they're old. They look old. So if you're wondering how I'm going to switch them on and off without taking them out of the jar, they're battery operated, by the way. There we are, remote control. We hope you enjoyed our video, and we'd just like to say thank you to Brian and Kathy. They bought us some coffees. They donated what?
Nice.
What? Yes. These frequently get knocked over. We've got, like I said to Brian and Kathy, we've got a tripod graveyard, but we try and piece bits together or tape the legs up.
Yeah.
The one we've got the camera on now, it looks more substantial.
It's the new tripod which Brian and Kathy bought for us on our wish list.
Sorry, Janet, you bought this last
our
one.
friend Janet bought us the last one, but that's it's now dead.
Yes.
All vloggers go through lots of tripods.
We have got a tripod with a wonky leg in the bedroom, which we put our modem on.
Yes.
To get a good signal. So that one we can't use.
That's right. We've got two other old ones which we've pieced together and put bits from each other on, but that falls over as well. So
I think it's the same for all vloggers. They get knocked over.
So thanks to Brian and Kathy. And thanks to Elizabeth. Two reasons we're thanking Elizabeth. First of all, Elizabeth's a patron, and she went up a tier this week. So thank you ever so much, Elizabeth. It's really kind. And thank you. You saw something on our wish list which you bought for us, which was the chimney sweep brush set.
Yeah.
We've ordered that, so we'll get that in. We always borrow Rob and Susie's, and then Andy and Vero borrow it as well. So we thought, well, it's time we got our own. So
and we like to sweep it about every month, because we're using it constantly.
Yes. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
You'll be seeing that at some point.
And thank you to Brian and Kathy for the coffees, and they also contributed towards the installation.
Yeah, last time. Yes, and I think it was Michelle who contributed towards it as well. We're going to do the boot room at some point very soon.
We can't do it till the weather's a bit better because we need to take everything outside.
That's right, and it's got a bit milder now, so maybe that's for next
it's
winter,
still
but we'll be doing it
damp
soon.
out, and I think we're going to get more rain this week.
And thank you to the new subscribers this week, and of course all our existing subscribers. We've been, as you may have noticed, we've been putting one or two YouTube shorts up. There's nothing new in the footage. It's all old footage that we decided we'd put together as shorts. And it's a way of helping build the channel, really. We've put them on Facebook and Instagram. We've actually gained quite a few followers. So we hope to convert them to the YouTube channel. So you'll be seeing some more. Some people don't like shorts, a lot of you do. And of course, if you see a short come up in the next few weeks, it's probably footage that we've already put together in the past. But a lot of you have enjoyed the trip down memory lane. So,
well, some people haven't seen them anyway.
Yeah, some people haven't seen, all the episodes. I mean, we're on episode 169 today, so you can't expect people to go back and trawl through all of them, although some of you do.
Yeah.
Anyway, question and answer.
Yeah, we thought, excuse me, we thought rather than doing a whole vlog on Q&As, we'd just answer a couple each time we do a vlog.
Every time.
So one of the questions was about the medical healthcare over here and the costs involved.
Yeah, there were quite a few questions about medical.
Yeah.
I mean, we can only really compare it to the UK's National Health Service, can't we? Because that's the only other health service we know.
So you have what they call an Amelie card, and when you go to the doctor, it's €20 a visit.
25.
25.
Yeah.
And then any prescription you get, you pay for it, which is, it's not a lot of money, but you get about 70% back.
Yeah, up to 75%, and that includes the doctor's appointment. So you pay €25, and you get 75% of that back from the system.
And what's great about you make an appointment for the doctor, he picks up the phone. He doesn't have a receptionist. Yeah. It doesn't matter who's in his surgery. He just says, hang on a minute. And he doesn't ask your name or what's wrong. He just says, come in tomorrow, or which day would you like? And that's it.
Yeah.
Job done.
You can get the appointment within a couple of days.
Yeah.
Whereas I know in Britain now, the big complaint is it's a struggle to get a doctor's appointment. And when you do finally get through to the receptionist, because I think there's a window of opportunity. You've got to phone between certain times to get an appointment. Of course, everybody's phoning.
If you can get through.
But if you do get through, you're met by a receptionist who asks you, a ton of questions because they're really trying to put you off from going. Whereas here, the actual doctor answers the phone in the middle of a consultation. I actually think
most people don't go unless they have to, because they actually have to pay for it.
I think it does limit it. I think people will go only if they need to. But our experience of the healthcare system here is absolutely superb. It's excellent.
Especially the hospital.
Yeah, I mean, for cancer care, France is regarded as one of the top countries in the world for cancer care.
And actually, if you've got anything cancer related, you don't pay for it.
No, it's all paid for by the government, 100%.
We'd be bankrupt by now.
Well, on that point, we'd only been in the French healthcare system for about 3 months when you got ill. So that was we were lucky, really.
Well, we registered as micro entrepreneurs, and you then get straight in the system because we were earning money. We came here with a business. Yeah. So we pay our cottages.
We pay our social contributions every month, both of us. We're both registered as entrepreneurs. Yeah. But yeah, the whole thing's just, it's excellent service, excellent service. Yeah, we can't fault it at all, and it's regarded in the world as a very, very good health service. And another question is about why are there so many abandoned and rundown properties here? And I suppose the only thing we can think of is probably due to inheritance laws. You cannot disinherit your children over here. And so what often happens is you'll end up with all the children inheriting a property. And there are so many examples of where they can't all agree what to do. There's often one child or adult, as they often are by then, who doesn't agree that they want to sell or they want to spend money, etc. So they all end up arguing and nothing ever gets done. So the properties go to rack and ruin.
And also this property was actually split into two because there's another house behind us, brother and sister. Yeah. But Monsieur Savon that owned this sat on it for 30 years because after that time we learned that you don't have to pay the tax on it.
Yeah, something to do with inheritance and whatever. The longer you own a property and all this
capital
sort of stuff.
gains tax or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and also there are a lot of new build kind of like bungalows, which the French seem to prefer, they've probably got their heads screwed on because
No
they're
work, yeah.
they're easier to heat and low maintenance.
Yeah. It's often said over here that the French aren't that interested in these old properties. I don't know how true that is.
They need a lot of work.
They need a lot of work, and I guess the sort of renovation bug hasn't quite hit. But anyway, we assume the reason is due to inheritance laws.
So we'll answer a couple more questions in the next vlog because Jane wanted to know what I used to do.
Yes,
apart from the sugaring.
Yes, but we're going to answer that in the next vlog because we've got to scan lots of photos and things so we can explain what Susie used to do.
Yeah.
So we should do that at the end of the next vlog. Right, I think we've rambled on enough, as we always do. Okay. So we shall see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.